It's party time in today's video, only we need a little help from our friends. It's time for a shindig. Hello and welcome to YakWaxLips. My name is Michael, your point and click adventurer, and today we're taking a look at the colourful picture book world of Shindig. But before we put on our party frock, I make purely adventure game videos and blogs, so if you love to point and click, please do so over the like. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you turn on the bell so you know when my next video is released. Thanks very much. Shindig comes from first-time husband and wife developers Imaginary Friend Games, also known as Faye and Martin Mailadet, based in the UK. Arriving on a quaint little island on a beautiful sunny day via a whistling cartoon boat, it sets the scene wonderfully on what's to come next. We're here to meet the locals and throw them a big old party. But why, I hear you ask? Well, this island on the outside is all sunshine and rainbows, but all its inhabitants are, on the inside, a little glum. You can't have a party without friends, so along the way we're here to cheer everyone up. Right at the start, we can mould our character to look however we want, which I think is a wonderful feature for a point and click game and needs to be done more. I decided that Tina Fey would like to help these islanders. There's also the option to go with a male or female voice. Once we depart our ship, we head to the bold, bright island and meet Baxter the pig. In a short scene, we are told we need 4 things to make this shindig the best ever: drink, music, decorations, and of course, cake. The islanders are here to help us too, but only if we manage to solve a problem for each of them. Not only are we here to throw a party, we're also here to put smiles on all their faces and remind them of the beauties of life. On the surface, it seems a simple game, and in one aspect, it is. Puzzle-wise, it's a case of giving one thing to someone who will, in return, give something back. Then we need to give that to someone else, and repeat. It's all fairly logical and, yeah, fairly simple. There are also a few hidden things you need to find around the village to complete some tasks. Over the 3 or so hours it took me, I can't remember ever being stumped on a puzzle, but although simple in puzzle design and appearance, it's fairly complex in the themes it tackles.
I ended up getting really ill from the stress of it all, and I realised I want to be judged on my merits, not told I'm bad just because I'm me.
Bullying, anxiety and loss are just a few of the topics it takes on, but these aren't pushed in our face at any point though. If you wanted to dig deeper on a certain character, there's a small beach hut filled with stories you can sit and listen to, with some genuine heartbreaking revelations, but like I said, these are all optional. The cartoon islanders for the most part are really fun to get to know, my favourite being a rat who's great at baking. There's a turtle who loves hats, and a couple of cats who are well into space. And a side note, these cats are modelled on the developer's own cats. The whole game is one big hug. It's wonderful.
Steve feels lustrous and itchy. Steve will drink from a flagon.
For such a small indie game, it's a surprise to find it fully voiced too. Here is where it can sometimes fall short. All of the voices are performed by Faye herself, and there are about 20 or so characters. After the first 5 or 6, it's really fun, but it gets a bit distracting. Sure, each character is given their own accent and style, but there is only so much that one voice can do before it gets a bit repetitive. I can kind of see the decision in this though, because the whole game kind of feels like a storybook, as if you've been sat down and someone is reading direct to you and putting on all the voices themselves. One big plus is the music.
Gonna have ourselves a shindig, putting on my banging shoes, decorated up real bright, have a little cake too.
The simple plinky plonky piano melodies fit the aesthetic perfectly, and there's some really jazzy, funky, kind of 80s synths too. There are even a few musical numbers that can't help to put a smile on your face. And visually, it wears its heart on its sleeve. Big, bold, striking primary colours, thick black outlines. It's like a primary school painting come to life. And I say that in a good way. Joyful is the word I'd use here. This bold style continues throughout, including the inventory and the map. And the map is something every new adventure game should have, and Shindig utilises it really well, with each location clearly mapped and the option to fast track. No one wants to traipse through 7 screens every time they move from one place to another. One niggle for me was the lack of save spots. It auto-saves throughout, but if we want to manually save it, the only option we have is to save and quit, which then, quits the game. And for someone who saves often, it's a pain. Also, you can only ever have one game on the go. So if someone wanted to start the game but I was already halfway through, they'd automatically overwrite my progress. Shindig is a passion project full of love and deserves to be played by, everyone. It'd make a fantastic first adventure game for any child, but on the flip side, this old adventure gamer had a great time spending time on the island. Be happy and play Shindig. There's a link waiting for you in the description to get yourself a copy, either from Steam or itch.io. Thank you to Imaginary Friend Games for the review copy, and thank you to you for watching my review of Shindig. Next, if you want to discover more new adventure games, then click on this link right here and it will take you to, loads of them. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed, and why not consider supporting me over on my Ko-fi page, where you can get even more adventure game goodies. Until next time, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you're doing right now, and take care.